What's up, everyone? This is the Next Tape podcast with Mikel and
RJ,
where we have conversations on different topics. So, on today's episode, we're going to be talking about, VERZUZ stuff, video games, and a little bit of, hip hop here and there. Are you excited, RJ?
Oh, I'm excited to always talk about video games, and hip hop is going to be an interesting discussion too.
Yeah.
We definitely have different tastes.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. So, okay, so the first topic that we're going to be talking about is basically Sony's owned Crunchyroll is now kneecapping physical anime sales.
I heard about this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yes, we're going to be talking about that. So, if you haven't heard, basically, there's an article on GameSpot right here. So, they're making big changes. So, I'm guessing it's just, I don't understand this change. This doesn't make sense to me. Why they're doing this, but whatever. So the article reads, if you watch anime regularly, you are certainly aware of Crunchyroll, a subscription streaming service owned by Sony. If you remember, Crunchyroll basically was on sale back in 2023, I believe 2023 with Funimation. I think they combined it with just Crunchyroll, and just called it Crunchyroll, and closed Funimation. So basically, and combined it with each other with just Crunchyroll, as I'm saying that again. But yeah, and Sony owns Crunchyroll, and they owned Crunchyroll since, I believe, 2023, and then they purchased, I believe, Right Stuff International. Basically, Right Stuff is a store. I used to go to it and just window shop there every now and then, and see what type of physical anime DVDs I would get from it. I think I got yeah, 50 Cent, yeah, window shopper, yeah. But yeah, yeah. I used to just look at the physical DVDs Afro Samurai, Black Lagoon. Speaking of Black
That's an American anime, Afro Samurai?
Yes, it is an American anime, but
it's an American anime.
It's made by, I believe, by a Japanese creator, I believe. But yeah, yeah, and I used to see physical Samurai Shampoo. And any type of physicals and then I heard that Sony or Sony/Crunchyroll purchased the online store. So let me see. Some backgrounds in 2023, Crunchyroll purchased the Right Stuff International Loa-based online retailer of anime and DVD, Blu-rays, and manga. Merchandise to bolster their sales.
Back to the physical.
Yes. So, going back to physicals, I don't know who the hell hates physical in Sony. And, I think that's what it is. I think it's that. I think it's somebody that's like, oh, I just hate physical media. I wish you can get rid of it. Oh, this is a great idea. Let's keep it in a paywall from these oh my god. But yeah, that's what they're basically doing is putting it behind a paywall. So putting the Crunchyroll, it used to be called Right Stuff, now it's called the Crunchyroll store behind a paywall. So I'm guessing the standard, let me see, I believe I saw a example here. Okay, here it is. So the first subscription, so it's called the Fan. which is $99 a month, and then you get no ads, complete access to Crunchyroll's library, new episodes shortly after airing in Japan, streaming on a total of one device at a time, and offline viewing. And then the second plan is basically Mega Fan. So no ads, complete access to Crunchyroll's library, new episodes shortly after airing in Japan, streaming on a total of 4 devices at a time, offline viewing, access to Crunchyroll's Game Vault. And then the final plan is Ultimate Fan. No ads, complete access to Crunchyroll's library, new episodes shortly after airing in Japan, stream on a total of 6 devices at a time, offline viewing, exclusive swag bag after 12 consecutive months of subscription, access to Crunchyroll's Game Vault, and access to Crunchyroll's manga, I believe. So I don't know if that, and then I think they're keeping it to a paywall and the store, I believe, as well. So I don't see anything that involves the store, but I'm guessing they're putting that. Let me just see the article. Well, at least that. Go ahead.
Well, so I guess what happened here is, so basically, so Sony did start their own little anime streaming service called Funimation, and then it wasn't really working, and then, you know, that's when they bought Crunchyroll and then fused the two, and that's that. But this new tier, or this new Crunchyroll thing that's happening, so the two, like the middle tier and the top tier, gives you access to their merchandising and Blu-rays and whatever else they're selling on the anime store or whatever, like the Crunchyroll store.
So it's a new tier, I believe. It's not like with the Ultimate Fan and Mega.
I think the Ultimate Fan and the Medium Fan still grant you I think maybe just the Ultimate Fan actually grants you access to this online or this store you can get it from. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see it right here. Maybe because this is an old photo of it, and they're probably giving me an example of what they're going to be doing. Now if they're putting it behind like the mega fan, that's crazy to me. Like that doesn't make any sense. Why are you? That's so bad, in my opinion, because you're capping off like a fan base that purchase.
Isn't the lowest tier still filled with ads?
It says
so
no.
Go ahead. No ads for the lowest tier, because if there is ads, clearly they make more money when you watch these ads or whatever, and stuff like that. So maybe that's what they're trying to do, is funnel you into the lowest tier, because I don't even know what the prices are for this kind of stuff.
So the lowest tier here is $9.99, as I'm seeing right here, because I haven't subscribed to Crunchyroll in so long. That's the lowest tier, is $9.99 with no ads. So all of them have no ads. So I don't know which one has the ads. Let me do my research on that.
Maybe you can just watch. I think you can just watch it for free. Like you don't need to pay anything, and you can still watch the anime with ads. I think you can do that.
Oh, so with the ads on there, I believe.
Yeah, like if you don't pay any
or sign up or.
Yeah, if you don't pay any like $7.99, you can still watch Crunchyroll with ads. I believe that's what it is.
Right. Okay. I see. Yeah. I don't know. I haven't been on Crunchyroll in a long time. But yeah. I just go ahead.
Yeah, it's just so this move right here. It just seems like it's just more. That's what happens when you control the market. It's exactly why they're getting rid of physical media for the PlayStation discs, and it's exactly why they're doing this for the the anime subscription, because if you're a real anime fan, and if this is like the best website to pick up the anime memorabilia, but I heard PlayAsia is also a really good website where you can grab anime memorabilia and stuff like that, like stuff that's only released in Japan.
Yeah.
There's a few stuff I picked up that was physical, like Baldur's Gate 3. It only released physically in Japan.
Yeah.
So I actually had to order it from PlayAsia, and then I got the physical copy. And because there's still an English translation with Japanese subtitles or whatever, I was still able to put it in the disc and yada yada yada. But what it seems like it is just that's what happens when you control all of the anime streaming, because there's nobody else who has all of that anime streaming into one streaming service. It's just like how the console market is right now, where it's Sony literally controls the console market. When you have 100 million sales in PS5 and the Series X only has like 30 million, and the Switch 2, it's just Sony feels like they can just do whatever they want these days. It's insane.
I agree with that. It's Crunchyroll is the only. I think it's
it really is the only. It's the only one, pretty much.
Pretty much. Funimation. Just to get the Funimation.
No,
Funimation was way before Sony. Sony didn't create Funimation. Funimation was a thing in the 90s, I believe, and then Sony, I believe, bought them in the mid to late 2010s, I believe, and then bought Crunchyroll as well, and then they're just fusing together because it didn't make any sense to keep them apart, I'm guessing, and just called it Crunchyroll, and then also bought the Right Stuff store, and then fused that with Crunchyroll as well, and then called it the Crunchyroll store. So, I believe there's no competition, I believe. I don't know if there's any other. No.
So is this
other than Netflix? What?
I mean, other than Netflix.
Well, Netflix has anime.
What anime? Netflix is just making live adaptations of anime. They're not even really making anime.
I mean, they're making anime. They're making
They're not making. They're not. They're not.
They're making anime.
They're ruining it. If you want to be specific,
I don't say they're ruining
anime.
I don't think
they're probably ruining anime.
Nah.
But so.
Go ahead.
So what's the deal? So you subscribe to the highest tier. You go on the Crunchyroll merchandise website or whatever,
I believe
and then you're able to purchase like Naruto. I don't know, Naruto statues or something. Is that
store physical.
You get a discount?
Physical, Blu-rays, etc. All that stuff, statues, etc. That's what they're doing, basically, putting them behind a paywall. I feel that.
But do you get a discount? So, say you're the ultimate fan, do you get a discount at the store?
Let me see. The information doesn't confirm that. There hasn't been no information of the discount. That's what I'm guessing.
Let's just say you do.
Yeah.
Kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
Because most of the time, if you're subscribed to the highest tier, they'll give you a discount on stuff. So what the issue is buying the actual physical merchandise of your favorite anime.
Yes.
It's locked behind this tier.
Yes.
Like I said, there's definitely alternatives. Obviously, you can trust.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing here too. It's like you can trust. I'm assuming you can trust Crunchyroll's going to ship you the product. PlayAsia, it's going to take like a couple weeks and everything like that.
Yeah.
Or like even if you order it from Amazon, who knows what they're going to charge?
Yes.
But it's like this is just what happens when Sony controls everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad.
Yeah, it is sad.
Yeah.
There is other options as well. Like I used to go to a couple of these stores. There's one called Robert Anime Corner Store, and it's like has a lot of physical anime Blu-rays, DVDs. As I'm looking at it right now, it's pretty cool. right? You go to shopping on the left side, I believe, and you see anime Blu-rays from A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O. Yeah. You get this. You get the whole thing, and then there's upcoming releases, etc. You click on that, and you just if you try to find your favorite anime Blu-ray, you find it there. There's another store called, I believe, Media OCD, I believe. They have a lot of Lupin the Third stuff, and I'm shocked that there's a Imijo no Ippo on here, like the DVD series, the collection. I've been looking for that for years, right? Like it's a boxing anime basically, and I watched it. I can believe, I don't know if I watched it on the old Funimation, and I also watched it on YouTube as well. I think it was free on YouTube at the time, and I watched every single episode on YouTube, and it was such a fun series to watch, boxing wise. I watched the English dub, guys. So don't put the pitchforks down. I understand English dub is not the best thing to listen to, but like, understand people love the sub, but I prefer the English dub. But yeah, pretty good anime. Watch that on YouTube, and I'm glad there's a physical media for it, and it's on Blu-ray, and it's on Media OCD. So yeah, there's the option that RJ offered. Is it Play Asia? You said?
Play Asia, yeah.
Play Asia.
And I'm gonna be honest too. If you're just looking for Blu-rays
Yeah.
and everything like that,
Yeah.
then by all means just go to Amazon. And
That too. Yeah.
Amazon will clearly have all of the Naruto series or whatever anime you're looking for,
Mm-hmm,
as well as what's a good place is the record shops that sell vinyls and everything like that.
Yeah.
They actually carry quite a bit of anime on Blu-ray and DVD and everything like that. So if you're looking to just kind of shop around in a mall and everything like that, by all means go there. But Play Asia, if you're looking for like a Nindroid, Naruto statue, or like, I'm a big Fire Emblem fan, and they got like these super crazy Fire Emblem statues of characters, but
right.
obviously they're going to be charging like $400 for it. It is a good website. Play Asia is probably the best website you can go for that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My final thoughts. Why do you hate physical media right now? Why do you hate physical media? Which man?
I don't know if this one is. Sorry to interrupt, but I don't know if this one is about physical media.
Yeah.
I think this is more about funneling people into A, the highest tier subscription, or B, having them watch ads. Because eventually they are going to charge you at $7.99 and you watch ads. They're either trying to funnel you into that, or you pay the $30 a month and get access to this kind of stuff. I don't know if it's about physical
You don't
media
think so?
per se. No, I don't know, because this is all third-party stuff kind of thing, right? I don't think this is really like, because Sony doesn't control whoever the creator is of Naruto if they're publish it on Blu-ray or whatever, right? Like, Sony has really no control over that.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's not going to be true.
Yeah.
That's not going to be true. Okay. Well, physical media is forever, in my opinion. I've always vouched for physical media, so yeah. Okay. So next topic is basically Xenoverse 3. I know RJ's not familiar with the game. Have you played the first one at least?
The only DBZ I've played is Tenkaichi.
Okay, so
Tenkaichi.
so yeah, Yeah. So basically, I have played the first one and the second one. It's been a while since I played the second one. It's been like almost like, I believe, 8 years, I believe, eight or nine, I believe. So it's around there. So it's basically around there. Yeah. So the demo did came out, and I'm guessing there was a convention, I believe, that people were able to play the demo, and people were just basically trashing the demo, right? And
For what reason?
I don't know, like how it looks like. Have you ever heard of a game called DB? Is it DBZ Kakarot? Have you heard that game?
Yes. Yeah,
I think it's
played it. Yeah.
I think DB Kakarot, and then
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. Yeah.
And then
it's basically like the adventure of Goku through the whole Dragon Ball Z series, but it's kind of a crappy game where you're literally like just doing menial tasks for like Bulma. Where fix a car or something. Like it's just silly stuff.
Yeah, it's basically like is it JRPG? Mostly, like it's a JRPG game.
No.
No, really?
No,
it's not a role play. I haven't played it.
I guess it's an RPG light kind of thing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I guess you can upgrade Goku and all of that stuff, but I think the whole shtick of that game is like you get to relive what Goku was going through during the whole Dragon Ball Z saga. Like if you're talking about a JRPG, it's like like Final Fantasy or like Xenoverse Chronicles or something, right? That's a JRPG.
So you don't
Dragon Ball Z Kakarot is not a JRPG.
Oh, so you don't take turns on the. Okay, I see. All right, so it's basically all right. It's RPG. Okay. So they're saying it's a mix of that game, and then it's also DB Breakers. Have you ever heard of that game?
DB is that the one where
it's like Sky?
They like you're civilians, and then somebody's like cell, and you're trying to hide or something.
Yes, it's like
by daylight.
Yes, that's what they were talking about. So.
Okay. Then I've heard of it.
Yeah, so basically they said DB Breakers was basically like a sequel to Xenoverse 2. So not a sequel to Xenoverse 2, but it's like a mini game. So basically, they're saying that basically it's like a Xenoverse mini game in a lot of ways. But yeah, they're saying that it's a mix of Kakarot and Breakers as well, and that's why the demo.
Sounds horrible.
Huh?
Sounds horrible. Legitimately, it sounds horrible.
Hey,
let's be realistic. Those are literally some of the worst Dragon Ball Z games.
Yeah, and then also somebody did say, battle. Let me see. Hold on. Dragon battle. Someone did.
Mobile game. Mobile game.
No. It was. Let me see. Hold on. No.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah. It's like one of those free battle games. I can't remember what it was called, and I played it, and it was the worst one of the worst Dragon Ball games I have ever played in my life. Battle of Z. That's what it was called, right? It was basically. Let me just double check on that. Yes, it was Battle of Z. So it was a mixture of that. Someone also said that it was basically Kakarot, basically Breakers, and Battle of Z. And I didn't see that vibe. I thought it was just big. When I saw the clips and the videos and etc., I thought it looked just like Xenoverse 2, but just more stuff to do, right? Obviously they're not finished with the game. Obviously it's probably they sent an early version to that convention, and they're probably almost finishing the game, right? But there's so many people complaining about, a demo. Look,
wait. Sorry, so you could only play this demo at some sort of convention?
Yes, they're doing a roadmap for a convention, I believe. Let me just double check that. Yeah. Road tour, yes. So, I believe that Bandai Namco has a road tour for this. So yes, they just did DreamCon, if you know that one, and from July 10th to the 12th, 2026. Their next one, I believe, is happening right now, which is July 18th to 19th, 2026, which is happening on Anime Impulse, Santa Clara, I guess that's California. Next one is July 23rd to 2026. Yes. Yeah,
so what's the issue here?
So my issue with this is, why are people complaining about a demo? I just don't understand that. Like, it's a demo. Demo's not the demo's not finished. Obviously, it's not going to be good here, right? It's not going to be good.
When is the release date?
So the release date is going to be, well, they said they're going to release it in 2027. I believe. Let me just check.
So Xenoverse, basically it's a game where you create your own character and you go to the Dragon Ball Z worlds and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the gist of Xenoverse or whatever?
Yes, it's basically, that's basically that. It's not like Sparkling Zero. It's basically Sparkling Zero, but you create your own character, and it's basically Dragon Ball Online. I would say it's basically that, but Dragon Ball Online. Right, in my opinion.
So like you create your own character and you you battle other created characters and everything?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, but does the game look like all of the other Dragon Ball Zs we've been getting for like a decade now?
I'm gonna say
here. Like, the graphics haven't improved since like the PlayStation 2.
I mean, it
all looks the same.
I wouldn't say all looks the same, right? It's different. It's kind of different in my opinion, but the arena.
I'll tell you right now. Budokai Tenkaichi 2 for the PlayStation 2, as well as Tenkaichi 3 for the Wii. What did it have, like 700 characters or something? Mm-hmm. Some of the best Dragon Ball Zs or whatever. That one for the Wii, where you actually had to do the Kamehameha with the Wii remote and everything like that.
Right.
I had an absolute blast with all of that stuff, as well as Tenkaichi 2. And Sparking Zero it seems like a return to form, and it's a really, really good game. But almost like every other fighting game, they carve up the characters and they charge $7.99 per character. You don't get them all, and
technically,
it really gets me upset. I hate fighting games for that reason, because I swear to God, man, they know the fighting game. First of all, if you want to be professional at the game, you have to buy these characters or whatever, right? And second of all, if it's a character you like I played Mortal Kombat 1 or whatever, the new reboot or whatever you want to call it. And they had Homelander as a DLC character in Mortal Kombat 1. Obviously, I freaking love Homelander. Of course, I'm gonna, and he's $7.99. Of course, I'm gonna buy Homelander. Of course, they had Ghostface in there too, and Omni-Man, and that's the same thing with Dragon Ball Z. They had Jiren as DLC and all of that stuff. I hate when they do that in fighting games. It just feels like
it's because they're trying to pay the devs. Because more content, the more content you get, it's another way of paying. So, I mean, if they're giving you free content, that means the studio can basically afford it, right? But if they're
really telling me Bandai Namco can't afford it, really?
I mean, really? they're trying to make money, right? They're trying to pay their devs. They're trying to pay their devs.
I don't care who they're trying to pay. They should be caring about the customer. The customer is number one. I don't care what the company is doing or whatever. The customer should be number one. Have companies just completely forgot that the customer is number one? Have we just rolled over and accepted that we're no longer number one to these companies anymore? We got to think, the poor developers, the poor company. I mean, no, that's not how it works, man.
Yes, you have to pay the devs for more content because they're there to work, and like they probably work like 40 hours to do this, right? So Bandai Namco is probably paying those devs to make that type of content.
You're sitting at a computer working on one of the most beloved IPs in the world. You'd be honored to work on a Dragon Ball Z game.
I don't think the devs look at it like that.
Compared to a guy who's like drywalling or something, or a plumber. Come on.
I don't think the devs look at it like that. They're there to get their favorite anime, but they're also there to get like a paycheck for their families, etc. All that stuff. You have to look at it like that. But also the studio's probably trying to get their money back because they're paying those devs as well. So like, yes, they'll probably charge you for DLC. Some studios don't. They're just like Insomniac. I know that they give like two or three free DLC for Spider-Man, the first one. I believe it was.
You have to pay for that. Huh? You have to pay for that. You're talking about the Black Widow stuff for Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Or like Cat or whoever. Yeah, I swear you had to pay for that. I could have
sworn the PS4.
You might have got like the Game of the Year edition or something, right?
Perhaps that's probably it. Let me just check. I thought it was free.
What a good example is God of War Ragnarok, where they gave that Valhalla DLC for free. That one was for free.
Okay, so no, it wasn't free. Okay, I lied. Yeah, they did charge. Okay, so my bad, guys.
Secret here, this guy really likes Spider-Man.
Yeah, I probably got the Game of the Year edition. That's probably it came with it.
The God of War example. They did a DLC announcement at the Game Awards. And God of War, they announced that God of War Valhalla, which tied up all the loose ends and everything like that. And at the very end, it said, for free, available today.
Yeah.
That's a company that respects their customers and is rewarding their customers for their loyalty and everything like that, right? Like,
yeah.
You just forgot about that. But
yeah, I mean, like I said, like, not every single company is like Monica?
Santa Monica.
Yeah, they're not them. Every company is different, and they just want to get their money back from paying, the devs and etc. So I know that there's some companies that are able to give you like free DLCs, free characters, etc. All that stuff, but there are studios that are just like, yeah, we want our money for this as well. So you have to understand that as well. So and it's understandable because you're getting the content and they want so if they don't get their money, that means their studios will shut down. Most likely.
You're sounding like the type of guy who actually wants Sony to be all digital.
No,
the company
I don't want Sony to be digital. I want them to have a balance of both physical and digital. I'm understandable of both.
But they're gonna lose so much. They're losing so much money on the physical market, though, right? Like,
yeah,
that's the whole thing.
Yeah. Well, hey, whatever.
Regardless,
regardless, I want to see a balance. I understand they're losing money, but they're making money by digital. If so I just want to see a balance. But going back to demos in general, blah blah blah, all that stuff. It's a demo, everybody. Let them finish the game. When the game is finished, when it comes to Xenoverse 3, let them finish the game. There's no sense of complaining on a demo because demos usually mean it's not finished and it's just not the complete game, right? It's obviously, there's going to be stuff that you're not going to like in the demo. That probably won't be in the finished product, right? So that's my opinion. I don't know if RJ wants to speak for demos in general. You can go ahead and I don't know if you have experienced a demo before.
A demo, to me, a demo is representative of the final product.
Mm.
How much can a game really change from this demo period to when it's supposed to be released, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Like a lot of games will do like that open beta or whatever, like Battlefield 6 or something,
right.
Kind of just to see what the community feedback is for balancing and everything like that.
Yeah.
But last I checked, this Dragon Ball Z game has nothing to do with balancing. Like it's not Fighter Z or anything, right? It's kind of just its own little thing.
Yeah.
So I feel like the demo is more representative of what the game is going to be. I don't know what the controversy actually is. If people are complaining, it just looks like standard DBZ games that Bandai Namco's been pushing out. Then, yeah, I understand the complaints because it's 2026 and nothing's kind of changed. I don't know.
Yeah, I think there's some people that outgrow in the game, and there's also people that are saying that, the game series in general, there are people that have outgrown the game, and also, there's also people that, that are saying that...
Oh, well, Spark and Zero sold like gangbusters, right? It sold like 5 million copies in the first week.
Oh, yeah.
Clearly, people still like DBZ.
Yeah.
But when you're pushing out products like that with Xenoverse 3, I don't really know what all of the controversy is surrounding this demo, but if it's still like the same thing as Xenoverse 2, then yeah, I would rightfully complain about the state of the game.
They're saying it's not like Xenoverse 2. They want it to be exactly like Xenoverse 2. I'm like, it's not going to be like Xenoverse. It's probably going to be an upper scaler or better than Xenoverse 2. So
they made it like Dragon Ball Breakers or whatever, right?
So, like Breakers and Kakarot. That's what the fans are saying that it looks like, and I just I don't see it, right? It's like to me it's like another Xenoverse game, in my opinion. They just upgraded some things to it that people won't like. I just don't understand. It's stupid in my opinion. I feel like it's the same crowd that complains about NBA 2K being broken, but it's actually not broken. It's just like the fans complain about this, and then the devs go fix it, and then there's another set of fans that complain about that. So like it's basically those. I feel like those are the type of fans that Xenoverse do have, right? They're just gonna complain about the game once it's fixed. I mean, then complain about something else, how it's still broken, and But anyways. It will most likely, when it's finished, it'll probably be a great game. It'll probably be highly rated, blah, 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 all that stuff, and people will stop complaining. Well, I don't know about that. They'll always be complaining in terms of, I feel like Xenoverse is like a live service game in a way. I'm not sure if it's a live service game. Probably. Yeah. That's my opinion on it. Stop complaining. It's a demo. Demos turn to be good or bad, when it's not finished, whatever. Anyways, okay, so hip hop now. We talked about this before. Versus battle. Do you know that the game? There'll be the game versus YG versus, and it's going to be catalog versus catalog. Who do you think has the better catalog between the two?
The game versus YG?
Yes.
Oh, the game, just because of the documentary or whatever, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Or LA, as well as LAX.
Yeah.
Look, maybe I'm just saying that because I grew up when the game kind of blew up, kind of thing. But YG has made quite a bit of good music that I really, really enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Got that nice Atlantic flair to them. I really enjoy YG, but it's an interesting question because obviously the game has definitely fallen off.
Yeah.
Compared to YG, where YG is still making consistent music, but I guess the game has had higher highs.
Yes.
Than YG.
Yeah.
But YG has been more consistent, and it also helps that you work with Dr. Dre. So there you go.
True. I believe so. Yeah, I do believe so. Yeah, I do think the game has a better catalog. It has also a few hits, like classic hits as well. Hate It or Love It, My Life, I believe. There's another one. I believe Dope Boys. That's another one. Oh my God, West Side Stories. How We Do. Most of them were with 50 Cent, by the way.
Yeah, a lot of these are with 50 Cent.
Yeah,
produced by Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre,
produced by Eminem.
Yeah.
These are... the game has had quite a bit of help, while YG has always just had DJ Mustard.
Yeah.
Kind of hooking them up with the beats kind of thing. But it's definitely an interesting choice.
Yeah.
Because, I said, YG has always been consistent. There's never really been a bad YG album, in my opinion. The game has released multiple albums that have actually been pretty bad. But the game has classics in his name, and he's worked with classic artists, so it's a tough one, but I would pick the game.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'll probably pick the game as well. But yeah, that seemed that YG has some tracks. Why Do You Love featured Drake. Big Bang featured 2 Chainz, Big Sean, and Nicki Minaj. And then, is it Go Looka featured Tiger and John Z.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so... Yeah.
The wife is Mexican. I play that for her all the time. She hates it. She absolutely hates the song.
Yeah. Who's your dream versus? There's been a few verses in the past that has been done. I believe.
My dream versus.
Yes.
So for catalog wise,
Yeah, catalog versus catalog. There's been a lot of verses in the past. I know verses has been running since the pandemic. Let me just check. Go ahead and say what you have to say in terms of what your dream versus is.
My dream versus. Trying to think. So, I'm a big Kanye and Travis Scott fan. I always appreciate lyrical ability, but if you can produce and compose a great song, then I'm all ears with that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you compared Kanye and Travis, Kanye always clears Travis kind of thing.
So you want to see Kanye West versus Travis Scott?
No. Who would I pick? You know, it'd be a good one. Drake and J. Cole.
Yeah, that would be a good one, but I can see that would probably never happen. but
that would be a good one.
Yeah,
if we're talking about versus and catalog, that would be a good one because if you're asking me, obviously, if Forest Hill Drive will probably always be J. Cole's best album. His new album, The Fall Off, is. I did actually give it a listen to. I actually really don't like J. Cole, but I did give it a listen to, and it's a well-made album. It's a very well-made album. I'll give him credit. He rapped his ass off. You know, J. Cole makes all of his own beats. I give him credit for that. But
it's a great album.
It's a good album. It's a good album. It's not a great album. It's a good album. It's a good album.
Yeah, I'm a J. Cole. I'm a big fan of J. Cole. So like
with Drake. If you're reading this and it's too late, is literally one of the best hip hop albums ever.
You think so?
If you ask me, it's such a good album from start to finish, from Jungle to Energy to Company.
Yeah.
There's some really, there's just it's classic. It's Drake when he's matured, but then also still on his vibe shit kind of thing, right?
I see.
It's just such a good, well-made album where he was still fucking around with Young Money, so he still had that fire in him as well. Because Drake nowadays, like, there's no fire left. He can just drop like literally bullshit, and it could get like 1 billion streams, and everybody just eats it up. When it's like you listen to Iceman or whatever, like he dropped 3 freaking albums. The other album that isn't Iceman, the more dance-oriented one, it's nowhere near. If you're reading this, it's too late. And I kind of fell off Drake after Views. I tried to listen to some of his other stuff. You pick like a 1-2 track and that's it. But with J. Cole, I guess too, like I said, Forest Hill Drive, you can listen to it top to back, but there's like 2 songs in there that are just really, really, he's just cringe. He's very cringe. J. Cole's very cringe. He's just like, he's like a worse version of Childish Gambino. The worst version of Childish Gambino. Because I really like Childish Gambino, and I think all of Childish Gambino's albums are like really good. And also like Community is also an awesome TV show as well. You should check that out, as well as he's a great actor. But J. Cole is he's too suburban, you know. He's like, I don't know. I'm not a fan of J. Cole. And then the whole beef and everything too, and what he did is I'll never have respect for the guy. Never have respect for him.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Like, I'm a huge fan of J. Cole. Very huge. I've been listening to J. Cole since the warm up, I believe. Back in I believe 2009. No, don't quote me on that. But like, yeah, I've been a fan that long. And one of my favorite albums was basically Born Sinners, Forest Hill Drive, and then I believe recently.
No Born Sinners.
Yeah, I love Born Sinners. I love Born Sinners.
Well, I can't believe
Great album, in my opinion.
Forest Hill Drive is literally his best album.
But to me, he has three great albums, and Born Sinner, Forest Hill Drive, and The Fall Off.
Oh God!
3 great albums in my opinion. That's the 3 great albums in my opinion. I believe his worst one was the one that it was folded. Let me just fold it close. Let me just get that straight, or confirm that. For Your Eyes Only. I feel like that was his weakest album in my opinion. And his first album was his second weakest, in my opinion. But otherwise than that, yeah, listen, J. Cole is a humble guy, right?
Is he a humble guy?
Yes, he's humble.
Because he clearly keeps claiming he's the best rapper alive.
In terms of personality, he's the best rapper alive.
He's not humble. No. Literally, Kendrick made a song called "Humble." What are you talking about?
Well, Kendrick Lamar's a humble guy too, But anyways,
Kendrick Lamar a humble guy as well?
Yeah, he's a humble guy as well too.
All three of those guys are not humble. Not
Dre. Not Dre. I don't think Dre's not that humble, but
Not Drake, not J. Cole, or Kendrick. Yeah. None of these guys are humble. All of them have an agenda.
I beg to differ. But J. Cole's like a great lyricist. But I was kind of disappointed.
He's a good lyricist.
Yeah, he's a good lyricist. Great.
He's corny. He's definitely corny, though.
I wouldn't say he's corny.
He's pretty corny. He's like as corny, not as corny, but he's almost as corny as Big Sean.
No, not that corny. He's not. No,
he's pretty
cool,
dude.
No.
Dude, I forget what the song is called, but he made some song where he was like, I like doing laundry for my wife, and I think it was on Forest Hill Drive actually too. He just made some corny ass freaking song. And everybody's shitting on Chance the Rapper, making some whole album about his wife, but then when J. Cole does it, this guy ain't corny. Well, I get it. Chance the Rapper's album about his wife was actually
I think you're talking about his weakest one is the For Your Eyes Only. That's his weakest album, in my opinion. Right, but
I swear it was on Forest Hill Drive.
Is it on Forest Hill Drive? I don't remember.
Maybe it was, but look, I'm not I don't know a lot about J. Cole's discography. Like, I can't name it off by heart.
Yeah.
But, and I swear there was a song like that from what I heard.
But like I said, he's a great lyricist. Like I said, I was disappointed of what he did or what he said to Kendrick Lamar, and then, apologized. That was the most disappointing part of me of being a fan. I understand.
Well, both of them, right? Because not only did he not step up to the plate and face Kendrick, but he also kind of let Drake down. Because those two work together, right?
Yeah.
Kind of let Drake down as well as what he did with Kendrick to bow out and all of that stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like, it just... Yeah. He kind of burned both of those bridges. Like, I don't think he has any communication with either of those two.
Yeah. He did. He kind of burned both bridges, in my opinion. I just didn't. I wasn't cool because he does say he is the best rapper, and multiple times. So a lot of his hip hop albums, mixtapes in general, and then he just goes back and just say, "Oh no, I don't want the smoke. I don't want. It's all peace and love, etc." All that. No,
I know that's bullshit. That's bullshit.
I didn't
rap hip hop. That's why I gave Kendrick. I listen to more Drake than Kendrick, and or whatever, but I give Kendrick his dues. This guy is a pure hip-hop head, and rap battles and rap beefs, that is what hip-hop is about, is beefing and being the best lyricist. And for J. Cole to do that kind of shit, it's just, that soils the whole competition of I am the best rapper kind of thing, right?
And that was
don't downplay this shit. This is bullshit, bro. And for J. Cole to come out and then do this whole Fall Off album and then do this whole press tour of I'm in his apartment and everything like that. Like, look, I get it. Drake is just as fake. Like I'm not gonna beat around the bush here. Drake is clearly just as fake as J. Cole. But at least Drake embraces his fakeness, right? Like, he makes music as a fake artist kind of thing, right? Like, J. Cole tries to represent himself as a real hip hop head. And I get it. He has a lot of like great lyrics and everything like that. But Kendrick is a real, like, hip hop.
I mean, J. Cole. Right? Like, if you see a lot of his interviews and a lot of his, like, he talks about, like, how he loves a lot of classic hip hop. Like, he talks about, like, he likes Wu-Tang. He likes 50 Cent, or he likes a lot of classic hip hop albums. He talks about that. He is a hip hop head.
Didn't Drake make that song Wu-Tang Forever?
Yeah, but
Drake is away. Yeah, so anybody can say they like the Wu-Tang Clan. Anybody can say that.
I mean, if you're a hip hop head, you know those types of hip hop groups, right? You know.
Oh, come on, everybody knows the Wu-Tang.
I know everybody.
Wasn't there that whole? But remember that big pharmacist guy who bought, like, one of the last records of the Wu-Tang Clan and was like, I don't know, whoever's listening to it can look it up, but there was, like, a big CEO that owned a pharmacy company, and he bought, like, one of the last records that the Wu-Tang Clan ever owned or whatever, right? Like, the Wu-Tang Clan, everybody knows the Wu-Tang Clan.
Yeah, no,
right? Come on.
I understand that everybody knows Wu-Tang, but, like, he is a serious hip-hop head. He likes Tupac, he likes Nas, he likes Biggie, he likes Jay-Z, he likes Eminem. And, yeah, he also likes the Wu-Tang. Like, like...
And then, isn't that how Childish Gambino got his name? He put it into, like, the Wu-Tang Clan generator for, like, names you could get. And then that's how Donald Glover got his name, Childish Gambino, because he put it in the name generator or whatever. So, I'm sorry I'm interrupting all the time, but I'm
it's okay.
not a fan of this guy. I'm not.
I understand you're not a fan of Drake. I understand, but, like, he is a hip hop head. He is a cool guy. He did fumble in terms of, like, that battle with, like, Kendrick, etc. But he like I said, drop an album. And then he kind of won me over. He kind of won me over with Fall Off, right? And that was it. Like, that's his retirement album, and he made his album, and he's no longer probably doing. I don't know if he's coming back to doing any music in the near future, but
Oh, good. Round of applause, everybody. Round of applause. J. Cole's retired.
No, I want him to do more music in the near future, but, like, it is what it is. It happened. With J. Cole, but yeah, going back to, like, verses and everything.
Well, no. Now it's your turn to tell me your verses, your dream verses.
My dream verses that won't happen. That won't ever happen. It would be 50 versus. Jesus.
Don't say Kanye West, because we already know the winner of that.
I would like to see that, but that would never happen. That would never happen.
You're actually saying 50 versus Kanye?
I would like to see that, actually.
Don't do that.
It will be a part. It would be
50 has 2 albums, dude.
If you're including, like, hits, if you're okay, all right, classic albums. In my opinion, as a 50 Cent fan, he has three plus a group album. In my opinion, he has 3 classics and a group album. If you guys want me to tell you what it is, it's Power of the Dollar, it's Get Rich or Die Trying, and Massacre. Those are his 3 albums that he has. His one group album that he has is a classic is Beg for Mercy, right? Which was a classic in my opinion.
That is a good album, man.
And then he has he's another classic as well. The soundtrack for Get Rich or Die Trying as well. So, like, that's another one that he has.
Bro, you can't say that. That's literally his album, Get Rich or Die Trying.
I mean, there's a soundtrack to the movie as well. So.
Okay. Look, these are all. I will never discredit these albums, let alone the hits 50 Cent has made.
Yeah.
But, like, do you even want me to tell you Kanye's discography?
I mean, listen.
Like,
I understand what you're. I understand. But listen, he has a great. Like, I'm not saying that Kanye doesn't have a great discography. I think these two are both heavyweights in a lot of ways. Like, these guys are heavyweights. They will rock the stage. This stage would be great to watch for the both of them, in my opinion, because
without Eminem or Dr. Dre, I don't know if 50 is who he is.
Listen, 50 does have, like, in terms of, like, I'm not saying albums, like, the albums, like, from Curtis as a whole is an average album. But, like, if you look at the hits on that album, he has I Get Money, No Technology. There is a music arc.
Don't you dare say,
there is,
say Ayo Technology. I can't
Why
would you say In the Club, Window Shopper? Well, classics, right? Like, what do you mean? In the Club is literally one of the most iconic hip hop songs in the world.
Yeah, I understand.
Like, legitimately.
But yeah, I understand what you're gonna do. Like, it's Get Rich or Die Trying days, and then there's Massacre days as well, right? I already know that those songs are gonna hit, like, you know, like crack in the 80s. I understand that. But like, people are also forgetting that there's some hits in Curtis, and then you go from his before Self-Destruct days, which were not that much hits. They were just like street music, basically. And then he kind of just went downhill from, in my opinion, from there. From, Animal Ambition to Cannon Tape, in my opinion. He just kind of went downhill. But some of those like, mixtapes, some of those did have hits. There is Like a Man, with featured Chris Brown, and then he had a few features beforehand and afterhand from those mixtapes and albums. So like, he does have some hits, heavy hits as well, and then he has some TV show hits as well that people love. Big Rich Town, right? So like the power.
Because like TV shows, let's talk about TV shows.
Yeah, no, like he has songs like people like the Big Rich Town song that people actually like. People actually play that song. So like, yeah, he does have a lot. Does have a heavy catalog. I would think they're evenly matched in terms of like, song to song. Yeah, don't get me wrong. They're evenly matched, right? They're both heavyweights, and both of them would rock the stage, in my opinion. So, it's hard to say.
Who just literally made a comeback and did a friggin' tour or did a stadium show and brought out Lauryn Hill and all of these people and had it like at 8? Like,
I am not saying that one's better.
Yeah, I get that, but like, look at Kanye's albums. We're talking about the whole Graduation saga, and then we're talking about 808 and Heartbreak. Literally one of the most revolutionary albums for hip hop, period.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that one's better than the other. I'm saying that they will both rock that stage, and it'll be fun to watch both of them rock the stage. But it'll be hard to decide both of them because both of them are heavy hitters. The same thing I would say about, like, if Jay-Z were to verse Kanye. Those guys are heavy hitters as well. Eminem versus Jay-Z.
I would still put Kanye over Jay-Z. What do you mean?
That's bad. I don't know about that. I don't know. Like I said, they're both heavy hitters. They're both great at their art form. I wouldn't put Kanye over Jay-Z. I wouldn't put Jay-Z over Kanye, right? I wouldn't put Kanye over 50 or 50 over Kanye. They're both have heavy hits, and I don't know where would it go, right? In terms of, well, I can tell you, like, anybody that versus Nas, it's gonna, I would say Jay-Z over Nas in a lot of ways, because Nas does put out great music.
I would say Jay-Z over Nas as well, of course. As a discography, I would say Jay-Z over Nas.
Yeah, Nas has great. Don't get me wrong, Nas has great music. He has great lyrical music, great fantastic.
But if
I
we're
actually
talking
like
about
Nas better than
actual,
Jay-Z. But in terms of what I like, I know the general public will respond in a different way when it comes to Jay-Z versus versus Nas.
would they? No. I don't think so because the numbers don't lie. The numbers don't lie. All of Jay-Z's albums are huge, right? Like Nas has made some flops. He's made quite a bit of flops, actually. Nas really only has like 3 amazing albums.
Yeah, he has.
If we're being realistic, but Jay-Z is constantly consistent. Like, what his worst album is probably Magna Carta, Holy Grail, and even then, that's still like a good album.
You could say the same thing with Nas. Nas has been dropping. His last album was a couple years ago. His last album.
I'm not saying Nas has bad. Like, I'm not saying this year was a bad album. It's actually great. It's a really good album. But Jay-Z, like 444, The Blueprint, American Gangster, like these are like what we
like I said,
right?
I mean, that's why I said that the general public will.
We're getting off track here because it's about Kanye and 50. You just said like the massacre, Get Rich or Die Trying. Literally the whole Graduation, 808 and Heartbreaks.
Okay.
My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, the hip hop album. That is the hip hop album.
Like I said, they're both heavyweights in a lot of ways. Like I said, 50 can play music from Get Rich or Die Trying, Massacre, Get Rich or Die Trying.
We're not even talking about
I'm not done.
Kids See Ghosts.
I understand. I understand, but I would think Kanye will play his biggest hits over his latest stuff, in my opinion. The thing is like, I don't think he's gonna play his what did he
play during his most recent tour? He played all of his songs.
Yes, but here's the thing, right? Just because it's just somebody's latest hits, it doesn't mean people are not going to remember it. People are going to remember 50 Cent's Get Rich or Die Trying, Massacre, and the stuff from his group album, the stuff from his very first album as well. The same with Kanye. Kanye's Graduation, College Dropout, Yeezus, the thing is, he's not going to play. You have to have a limit list. Like, you have to play at least 20 songs on each song. And 50 has 20 songs. Kanye has 20 songs, right? They're not going to play every single, stuff from their latest stuff. They're probably going to play some from their early stuff.
It's a wild take. Most people only know 50 Cent for In the Club. Let's be real.
Oh, no. Not just that.
Bro, he has let me give you an example here. So, my wife's Mexican or whatever, right?
But that's...
no, hold on. Okay. My wife's Mexican.
Yeah.
She knows In the Club. Obviously, like that is the 50 Cent song.
Okay.
She knows 50 Cent, everything like that.
Okay.
She only knows Kanye from Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
See, that's pretty bad. If she only knows Kanye from Keeping Up from the Kardashians, if she doesn't know any of the songs, so that's bad on Kanye. If 50 only
because a person 50 Cent is technically a one-hit wonder.
So, okay, no.
The dude is a one-hit wonder
so
who got carried by Eminem and Dr. Dre.
Wait a second. If 50's a one-hit wonder to your wife, and then versus Kanye West is the wife of the Kardashian, that's pretty bad. If she doesn't know any songs of Kanye West, that's pretty bad. So that's the comparison. If someone knows 50 based on his music, which is the focus right now, versus Kanye West is just like somebody's, that's like saying Beyonce is, or, Jay-Z is.
Well, she doesn't even know any Jay-Z song. Let's be realistic here. Most Mexicans have no idea of any Jay-Z song.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, I'm just giving you an example, like, that's, Beyonce's husband.
I was like, do you know Jay-Z? And she was like, yeah, he's Beyonce's husband.
Yeah,
she knows nothing. She knows nothing about his music.
There you go. I was trying to.
Jay-Z's completely irrelevant in this too, right?
Yeah, and that's the example I was trying to give. I was just like, yeah, it's the comparison right there. That's pretty bad. If you know only that, I mean, that's
because
a plus for 50.
50 Cent at least is a one-hit wonder.
Well, at least
Cent is a one-hit wonder.
At least you know him from his music. If you only know the two hip hop stars, Kanye and Jay-Z, based on personal family or situation, that's pretty bad, because that makes it sound like they don't have a music career at all. Versus 50 Cent is a one-hit wonder, which he does have a music career. So, kind of way the options.
That's like, just like saying, the guys who made that song "I'm Blue" or whatever. Mm-hmm. You know that song?
Yeah.
Then 50 Cent is as popular as those guys.
Okay,
right?
I'm just, okay. What I'm trying to.
He's a one-hit wonder.
No, I wouldn't say he's a one-hit wonder. Anyways, I was trying to say, like, everybody, they're both heavy hitters, both 50 and Kanye. I think it will be a great looking stage presence before the both of them. But that will never happen in a lifetime, because 50 said he will never do one because it's too. It was. He says that VERZUZ was like popular during the pandemic, and it's not as popular as it is right now. So he would never do one. He doesn't need one. He doesn't, And I disagree with that, right? And it's to celebrate your music to your audience and to everybody else that loves your music. So yeah, I disagree with that. But like I said, I would love to see both of them on the stage, right? It'll be cool, it'll be fun, it'll be nice, but it will never happen. I don't know how Kanye feels about VERZUZ. I have never heard anything based on what he said on VERZUZ. I have heard Jay-Z's comments on VERZUZ. He basically said nobody can eat him, nobody can touch him in terms of VERZUZ, which that's a lie in my opinion. There's a few hip hop artists we just named, like your favorite artist Kanye. Basically, Eminem can touch him in terms of catalog versus catalog.
No.
Are you crazy?
No, Jay-Z's catalog is better than Eminem.
Yes, but I feel like Eminem can also touch him in terms of music as well. There's more artists out there that in terms of I wouldn't say there's that many. You also put 50 in there as well, right? You can put 50 in that conversation as well.
Remember who was supposed to retire after they lost the
album
sales with Kanye? Do you remember that?
Yes, I remember that. But we're not talking.
Thank you very much. I'm dusting off my hands right now. Thank you very much.
But we're not talking about that situation, right? We're talking about we're Jay-Z. We're the artists that can that Jay-Z can be that can see Jay-Z in the verses. That can face Jay-Z in the verses. And I feel like
the
those
only
four
person that could beat Jay-Z is Kendrick.
It'll be close.
No, Kendrick has way better albums than Jay-Z. Kendrick has way higher highs than Jay-Z, for sure. Jay-Z is constantly consistent. Kendrick has higher highs. But Kanye will always be number one for what the impact he's made. Kendrick could easily be number two. Easily be number two. Yeah. I don't know who else. I don't know who else could be number two.
Kendrick. I mean, like I said, the artists that we named, I think, can compete with, Jay-Z, Kanye, Eminem, 50. Yes,
Kanye and Kendrick are better. Kanye and Kendrick are better than Jay-Z. Then Jay-Z can fit into wherever you want him to fit in. Probably number 3.
That's debatable. I'm not trying to rap. I'm just saying who can compete with Jay-Z, and because he says that nobody can compete with him. I'm like, that's a lie. There's rappers out there that can compete with you, right? So and I just named a few, but there's been verses that have been happening in the past. Like there's been a few that if you haven't heard, there's been Bow Wow versus Soulja Boy. I don't think you've seen
Bow Wow versus Soulja Boy?
Yeah, that has happened.
Oh, Soulja Boy.
Soulja Boy won that one, I believe.
Of course, he should.
He did win that one. Yeah. The Lokes versus Dipset, that has happened.
Who?
The Lokes versus Dipset. So, D-Block. You remember D-Block, right? Styles P, Jadakiss,
Oh, okay. Versus Dipset?
Yes.
Like Joel Santana or Ludacris?
Joel Santana, Cameron, and is it Freaky Zeke? And Jim Jones. There we go.
Okay, well then clearly Jadakiss and Styles P.
They actually won that because we saw that. They won that one.
Jim Jones is a friggin' clown, and Joel Santana's a joke as well.
There was another one, Fat Joe versus Ja Rule that I remember that.
Fat Joe and Ja Rule?
Yeah, that happened as well.
Damn, Lean Back is literally one of my favorite.
Yeah.
I can't deny how good that song actually is.
Yeah, that happened. It's on YouTube if you want to watch it.
And Fat Joe was popping off when DJ Khaled was making those huge collabo albums when he first started.
Mm-hmm.
I'd give it to Fat Joe over Ja Rule. Even though Ja Rule has made some classic songs, I would still give it to Fat Joe.
Yeah. There's been a lot of them that happened. Like, there's one like Rick Ross versus French Montana.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Rick Ross versus Cash Money. Cash Money Records versus No Limit Records. That happened as well.
Who was on No Limit Records?
I believe. Who's? Oh my!
Damn, we're sounding like assholes right here.
Give me a second.
Who's on No Limit Records? Obviously, we know who's on
Cash
Money.
Master P, founder of Master P.
Oh, then clearly Cash Money.
Yeah,
Cash Money.
Master 100%. P, Mystic, C Murder, Romeo. If you remember it, that's his son. That's his son, Master P's son. And others.
Romeo?
Snoop Dogg was on there as well. Snoop Dogg was on.
We have Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki Minaj. Okay.
I mean,
let's go.
Cash Money Records. You're talking about Young Money, Cash Money. This is old Cash Money.
So Cash Money. So probably like Birdman and Young Thug.
Yes. Young Thug?
No, Young Thug. No, Young Thug is signed to Cash Money, right?
Before
Cash Money.
No,
the Hot Boys? The Hot Boys.
Yes, Hot Boys.
Hot Boys.
Yes.
I would still put the Hot Boys. I would still put the Hot Boys over. Was the Players Circle? Players Circle was like 2 Chainz'. No, Titty Boy or whatever. Yeah, it was the Circle. I don't know. I would still put. Come on, Masterpiece kind of garbage. Yeah. I mean, whatever.
Yeah. RZA versus DJ Premier happened.
DJ Premier.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, there's a lot, and me and Tanika talked about
any with Travis Scott, or?
Oh, no. It hasn't happened. Nothing with Travis Scott.
So he's just number one then, right?
I wouldn't say number one. I don't think it hasn't
one.
happened. Gucci Man versus Jeezy happened.
Gucci Man versus Jeezy?
Yeah.
Like Young Jeezy?
Yeah. It happened a couple years ago. A few years ago, actually.
I think I would actually pick Jeezy. Young Jeezy.
It did. Oh shit! It did 7 billion in total impressions. Interesting. 7 billion, 2.3 million in total views. Yeah, that happened. Gucci Man versus Jeezy. That did happen.
Young Jeezy.
E40 versus Too Short. Ashanti versus
E40.
Keisha Cole.
You're going too fast. What was the...
E40 versus Too Short.
E40 over Too Short.
Yeah.
My opinion. And what's the next one?
Ashanti versus Keisha Cole.
Ashanti. I would pick Ashanti over Keisha Cole.
And then Omarion versus Mario.
Omarion.
Yeah.
Omarion easily. Icebox, produced by your favorite AI producer, Timbaland, is literally one of my favorite Omarion songs.
Yeah. And then the last one that happened was, I believe, Pretty Ricky versus B2K. Me and Tanika talked about that one. We talked about that one. Yeah, Pretty Ricky and B2K. That was the last one that happened. June 25th.
I think I would actually pick Pretty Ricky.
Yeah. But yeah, that's it for the... There's more, but I don't want to just name all of them and keep everybody going here. But yeah. Like I said, my dream versus... you say your dream versus Travis Scott versus Kanye. Mine is 50 versus...
No.
What was yours? I can't remember.
I was trying to think of who Travis Scott could face. I couldn't think of a good versus. I see, if I even put him against Drake, I would still choose Travis Scott. I chose Drake versus J. Cole or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
But Travis Scott, it's because when you compare Travis Scott to Drake, clearly Travis Scott is better than Drake, if you ask me. Because Travis Scott is an amazing producer, as well as that's it really. Travis Scott is just an amazing producer.
Yeah.
He's not really a great rapper, but he's an amazing producer.
Yeah.
That was mine, Drake and J. Cole. You
Drake?
did 50 Cent and Kanye, which 50. Is absolutely bananas, but...
Yeah, I actually... No, those... Drake and Travis Scott are pretty good. That'll probably set the stage on fire as well to see, and people will enjoy that as well. But the thing is,
cool.
Probably won't ever happen. Same thing with 50 versus Kanye. It will never happen because probably they see.
Because the winner has already been decided between Kanye and 50. Remember who had to retire. Just remember that.
Okay. All right. We're not talking about that situation.
I'm just saying. Remember who had to retire.
We're talking about the verses, right? We're not talking about who sold more CDs than the other. That was ancient history. You understand Kanye won.
Well, clearly Graduation was the better album.
Yeah. It was. We understand Kanye won. You know? We understand that. Yeah, Kanye won.
And then 50 couldn't make any more albums, and Kanye made another 5 that were
he did
absolutely
actually
amazing.
50 did make more albums after that, so he can.
And it compares to The Life of Pablo or Jesus or 808.
It didn't have to.
Yeah.
It didn't have to. He did make a couple of noises. Some did chart, but it wasn't it wasn't cultural events, but like Kanye, but some of his songs did chart after,
Legitimately, that thank you for saying that. Those are cultural events when Kanye dropped.
Yes, they were, because, you know, he made it feel like a cultural event where 50 Cent drops an album like a normal artist does. Like, he just drops it and just like let it play.
You know what 50 Cent should stick with? Just keep making documentaries about Robert De Niro. Or Robert De Niro, sorry. Did he? Okay. Or you can keep working with Robert De Niro. Why don't you get back with Chelsea Handler?
Yeah. Okay. Now you're just hating. Okay.
Yeah, I am just hating. I'm sorry. I said yeah.
But yeah,
I am a hater.
those are our dream versus. RJ has his, I have mine, so I like to see that, but guess what? It will never happen. It will never happen at all, because like, I'll be shocked to see, you know, I was shocked to see Game versus YG, to be fair with you, but I'll be shocked if Game brings out, you know, Dr. Dre or whatever. Actually, you know what? I wouldn't be shocked, because YG has that connection with Dr. Dre, and you know, as well. So
yeah, the Game has a lot of beef with Dr. Dre, right?
Yeah, he does have that connection, but I'm not sure how
the Game is like beefing with Dr. Dre.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, something like that. But who knows? Who knows what will happen into this versus? But yeah, that's it. That's all. I know that was a lot. That last album was a lot for you guys. But yeah, pretty much that's it. That wraps this episode of the Next Tape Podcast. Appreciate you, RJ.
Yeah, thanks for having me on.
No problem. Peace, guys.
Liked what you heard with our podcast, you can head on over to our website, which is solo.to/Next Take Podcast. There you can get any of the links to any of our social media, which is Facebook, Instagram at Next Take Podcast, and Twitter, TikTok, and Blue Sky at Next Take Pod. You can also find links to our Reddit page and many other things, I'm sure. Can't remember all the top of my head. You can also email us at mikeltanika@gmail.com. There you can send us any inquiries you have, any questions, or also any episode ideas. And if you do have episode ideas, just make sure you put in the subject line episode ideas, and we'll add it to our list. If you also liked us, you can like us, rate us, follow us on any of your favorite podcast apps. You can rate us, however, on Spotify and Apple Podcast. We would greatly appreciate that. And we'll also move forward and share or spot a light on those who give us 5-star ratings in the future. That is it for us. We'll see you next time for the episode.